Not really a book you're going to sleep well after. This is a great thriller, but don't expect to get a lot of sleep. It's one that you're not going to be able to put down. It's a thriller, and Brad Thor said it is the Brave New World. Or was it not Brave New World? It was the
1984.
Yeah, 1984 of this generation. It is really spooky, and what makes it so scary is it's real. I know that we're getting hammered on this is a conspiracy theory. How is it a conspiracy theory? Go to the United Nations website and look it up. Tonight we have a special on it at 5 o'clock, Agenda 21, 5 o'clock on the Blaze TV. Don't miss it. Spread it to your friends. Tell everybody you know about it. This is something that you can actually do in your community that will make a huge difference. And it is being dismantled in some cities where people are starting to find out about it. And your city councilman and your county councilman, they don't know. They're just like, no, that's not really. But once you start looking into it, and don't go to conspiracy websites. Don't. Go to the United Nations website. You'll find all the information you need right there. And when you see what they're planning, it's not good. It's not good. Why would the United Nations be interested in building bike paths in your town? Why? Agenda 21. Kevin Balfe is I don't even know, the president of the publishing division or whatever for Mercury Inc., which is our book publishing company that we've been publishing. I don't know how many books, like 18,000 books, because we believe that this information is important to get out in several different ways, and one of them is through fiction. And that's what we're doing with Agenda 21. It comes out tomorrow. Hello, Kevin.
Hey, thanks for the promotion, by the way.
You're welcome. What is the?
the promotion of my title, since I'm not really president.
Oh, what are you?
Senior VP or something.
Okay,
I appreciate it.
All right. So the Agenda 21 thing. I asked you last week or a couple of weeks ago to put an action site together, and where you can go and track in your own town and gather with people. Have you done that?
Yeah, I think in putting this novel together, I think one of the things we found on the nonfiction side is just, like you said, the integration of this is so local that there's no way to really tell how prevalent it's become on a national basis. So one of the things we wanted to do was, first educate people, which is a little bit what the novel does. And at the end of the novel, there's sort of an Agenda 21 101 afterward where you can kind of understand this a little bit better. And then from that, we've created this sort of buzzwords and keywords list, we're calling it, because you don't go to a city council meeting and it's not like topic one on that night's plan is yes or no Agenda 21. It's not the way it works. They sort of have all of these keywords and phrases and buzzwords that they use. Sustainable development's the one everyone talks about, but there's hundreds of them.
Wow. So I'm looking at this list, and you can find it at glennbeck.com/agenda21. New World Order is obvious. Outcome-based education. Priority conservation areas. Priority development areas. Safe routes to school. Sanctuary. Scenic views and vistas. Global warming. Environmental justice. Environmental impact report. Endangered species. Down zoning. Buffer zones. Ballot box planning. You know what ballot box planning is? Kevin, have you done anything on that one?
No.
I don't think that's in
A couple people from 912 are going to be on your show tonight for the special, though, and that's these are the sorts of things they're going to talk about, so that might be a good one to ask.
And what's amazing is the lady who is the main expert on this, she's a liberal Democrat. And
yeah, Rosa Corey, she's from California. She's a liberal Democrat, and she sees this for what it is and says this is not about politics at all, and you guys have had some great conversations. I think she's on again tonight also.
Yeah, she is on tonight. And she's, I love this. She runs the organization Democrats Against Agenda 21. And the things that, they say this is a right-wing, conspiracy. No. The list here of the phrases that she says to look for, it's from her. She's a liberal Democrat. I mean, this is something that you can really unite on and actually dismantle. Also, are we premiering the trailer?
Yeah, trailer tonight. It's like a minute 30 of. I mean, you've seen it. It's like a movie trailer.
Yeah, I think I saw it before you.
Maybe keep the kids away
from that 90 seconds. It's scary. It is really scary. This is the scariest book we've done, isn't it?
I think people. It's not a horror book, but it's scary. I think in that you realize how depressed everybody is. How there's no reason to live.
There's no way out. There's no way out because they control absolutely everything, and that's really the secret of Agenda 21. Is to slowly, and that's why they're doing it from the bottom up, to slowly take away your right to do everything and control everything in your home. And once they control it, it's done. It's done. And you'll see what this looks like 25 years down the road if we do nothing in the new fiction novel that comes out tomorrow. You can grab it online now, called Agenda 21. And it is really... Sustainable development is not a happy place to be.
And by the way, just on this conspiracy theory thing, because I know this comes up a lot, I think it's interesting that the GOP 2012 Republican National Platform says, quote, "We strongly reject the UN Agenda 21 as erosive of American sovereignty, and we oppose any form of UN global tax." So if you're putting this in the Republican National Platform, which is a major document, which is right alongside our stance on Israel and taxes and everything else, what are you rejecting if it's not real? How do we strongly reject Agenda 21 if it doesn't exist?
Well, it's not. You don't even. It's amazing. You don't even have to go to the GOP. Again, go to the UN website.
They admit it.
Yeah, they admit
openly.
it. The charter is there, and you read the charter, and you're like, no. If I read their charter, if I read everything that's on the UN website, you read that on you read that on The Blaze, and you'd be like, no way, that's true. This is at the UN.org.
The really good thing, though, is there's no indication that any American official would ever want to control the things we have in our home. Things like our food consumption or what we drive.
We can't drive our SUVs and... eat as much as we want and keep our homes on, 72 degrees at all times, and whether we're living in the desert or we're living in the tundra, and then just expect that every other country is going to say, okay.
How do you listen to that? Of course, people didn't, I guess. How do you listen to that and then see Agenda 21 and think it's so preposterous that could come to
try
this country?
You know what part of it is? HEAL. Healthy eating. Active living.
Wow. See?
Does that sound?
That sounds like the, what do they call it? The Let's Move agenda? With Michelle?
You're also part of Agenda 21. High-speed rail. Getting the high-speed rail in there.
Oh, we've got a broken infrastructure.
The three E's of sustainability, equity, economy, and environment.
Wow.
It's all here.
Yeah.
It's all here.
And it's all in line with the Obama agenda.
And this is a local thing. This is not something you have to fight up at the national level. This is something you fight in your community, in your own community, with your own school, your own city council, even your school board, everything local. They went local on this one. And that's why you can have almost an immediate impact. But warning, this is so out in the open, and it is so very clear, and it is so very terrifying when you put all the pieces together and you see, which we did in Agenda 21. When you read that book, you'll see what life looks like. You have no control over anything. And I warn you that they will call you all kinds of names. The gates of hell will open up on you on this one, because this is really their fallback. This is, while you're playing little games in Washington, they're doing this. And it is all the stuff that Bloomberg is doing. Again, I go back to, why does the United Nations care about bike paths? Doesn't that seem a little out of their jurisdiction? Why would they care about bike paths? You have to ask yourself some of those questions and then go find the answer. Go find the answer for yourself. And do not go to conspiracy websites. Don't do it. There's no reason to go to these far-out websites. Go to the UN itself, and we'll give you some more information tonight. But I urge you to do it. And it's available now online, Agenda 21, new novel from me. It's out tomorrow in bookstores everywhere, but you can buy it now at all of the usual booksellers online. Agenda 21. Buy two. Get one for you and one for a friend. This is something we can all agree on. Again, the person who's going to be on tonight, the leading activist against it, is a Democrat, a liberal Democrat. She just doesn't hate America and the Constitution. She believes in, she believes in health care. She doesn't believe in the destruction of our sovereignty and our Constitution. That's a Democrat you can reach across the aisle to. Tonight, 5 o'clock, Agenda 21, and in bookstores everywhere tomorrow.